What's up, man? I'm gonna talk some more about this Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight since it's close to fight day. We got like what today Wednesday. We got Thursday, Friday. We got 3 more days, and they both arrived. Well, Errol Spence already was in Texas. Mikey Garcia arrives in Texas, and I've seen a lot of people YouTube channels saying that Mikey Garcia, they were surprised on the ovation that Mikey Garcia had. But people got to realize Texas got a decent size Hispanic population. That used to be part of Mexico. It's right there by the border. So, and a lot of those Hispanic, population, a lot of them, attend boxing matches because if you look at Canelo when he fought in Texas, he fought in Texas a couple times, and he drew a large crowd out there. See that's why De La Hoya is blowing that whistle that he want Errol Spence to fight Canelo because of the fact that Errol Spence is from Texas and Canelo got a large following in Texas. But I'm not surprised when that fight happened and Mikey Garcia started doing some good things in the ring versus Spence. You're gonna hear a large roar. Mikey Garcia gonna have just as many fans in that arena as Errol Spence. He may even have more fans in that arena. I will not be surprised if Mikey Garcia has a larger fan base in the stadium. I mean, the fans can't win the fight for you. We all know that. But they can give you a little energy boost, when you need it, when you're feeling tired up in there. But my thing is this. I think Mikey Garcia is catching Errol Spence at the right time. People got to realize Errol Spence started boxing at 15, 16 or something like that, some 15 or somewhere up in there. And he's not, I mean, you can say that he still has some more growth. He may have some more growth. Now, is he at his ceiling? I don't know. But if you look at Mikey Garcia, seeing that he started boxing earlier, I can say that Mikey Garcia is probably at his ceiling, or right, butting his head up close to his ceiling, more so than Errol Spence. If you're gonna say that the ceiling is 9 feet, I will say that Errol Spence is at like potential wise, he's at. I mean, if you think he got some more potential, some more growth, I say he's probably at a 7-8, and I'll say Mikey Garcia is probably 8-5, like closer to his ceiling. I believe Mikey Garcia is close to his ceiling. And I believe Mikey Garcia is catching Errol Spence at the right time. Errol Spence is relatively inexperienced at the pro level. Now, yes, he did beat Kell Brook, but as far as rounds in the ring, as far as opponents, opponents wise, I believe Mikey Garcia is right there. Get your ass out here. Is right there at the top. Not right now. I believe he's right there at the top of his experience. Now, it's a lot of people who say Earl, not right now. A lot of people say Earl got a lot more to show. And if it's true, I believe Mikey Garcia has caught him at the right time. This is going to be a really good fight. Errol Spence is not going to go in there and run through Mikey Garcia like a lot of people predict. I see a lot of these videos saying that it's not going to go 3 rounds. Now they are all saying what Errol Spence said in the face-to-face, that it may end in the first round. Robert Garcia may have to stop the fight. Robert Garcia said today that, I believe that was yesterday on one of those. Somebody was interviewing him, and he said that they asked him, is it hard getting ready for Spence? He said no, because Spence is a basic fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a strong fighter, but he's a basic fighter. And he said Mikey Garcia is also a basic fighter. So he said that it wasn't hard to get sparring partners for him. Now, he said the guys it was hard to find sparring partners to mimic the guys were Pacquiao and Mayweather. He said those were really hard fights to get ready for. And I know what he's saying, because the only thing that Mikey Garcia the only thing he has to be ready for, we're going to see in the first couple rounds anyway, is he strong enough to withstand and withstand some shots that he's gonna take, because he's gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? This boxing, everybody gonna get hit. Everybody gets hit. So he's going to get hit. Can he take Errol Spence's punch? Because it's not so much about Errol Spence's size. It's about him coming up in weight, and can you take the bigger guy shot? One thing about boxing lends itself to a smaller man beating a bigger man. It's been happening all through the history of boxing, that bigger man come up and beat. Smaller man come up and beat bigger man. Now, it's not any smaller man gonna come up and beat any great big man. It takes a guy that knows what he's doing up in there. It takes a guy with a certain skill set that Mikey Garcia possesses. It takes I don't see in Errol Spence what everybody else see in Errol Spence. I don't see this monster. I don't see this boogeyman. I don't see this great skillful fighter. I see a solid fighter. Errol Spence is a solid fighter. He's strong. He's determined. He's ruthless in there. He's a dog in there. He fights hard. So yes, he has those things going for him. But when the fight when the fight gets technical, and the fight gets to a point to where you actually gotta think your way through the fight, and you actually have to do things other than just fight harder, or you know what I'm saying, or be a dog in the ring, I don't see Errol Spence possessing that. Now, he's going to have to show me. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and tell you that, oh, Errol Spence has more to show. He hasn't shown this. He did this in the amateurs. He can box and all this stuff. I have to see it in your professional fights. I have to see it in your professional setting. Everything I say about Mikey Garcia, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make up things about Mikey Garcia and say, well, Mikey Garcia has more to show. What Mikey Garcia has shown me professionally so far is what he has. Now, if he has another wrinkle or two to show, maybe he does. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, let's see. Same thing with Errol Spence. If he had other wrinkles to show, let's see it. But I'm not going to sit up here and make and make have a dissertation about these two guys fighting and say this guy got more to prove, more to show. I haven't seen more. But like I said, man, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be, I can see it already, man, because it's going to go 12. Just get ready for the fight to go 12. We have to see what happens within those 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Can Mikey Garcia win in a fashion of boxing? Stand out of harm's way for the most part. He's going to get hit. Can Errol Spence make adjustments in the ring? Because Errol Spence is going to have to make the adjustments in the ring. He's going to have to make adjustments in this fight. He's going to have to make adjustments. He's going to have to stay on his jab. Now, he loves to go to the body. He's going to have to kind of resist going to the body so much in the center of the ring, because I told y'all the best way to keep a guy from going to your body, especially when you're in the center of the ring, is harder when you're up against the ropes. But in the center of the ring, it's counter the body shot, the body punches. When you throw body punches, you got to counter them up top because the face is going to be open. And Mikey Garcia has great timing. He has he can counter punch real well. So he will be able to counter Spence up top more than Spence has ever been countered up top as far as going somebody's body. And I was looking at the Robert Easter fight, and I said this after the Robert Easter fight. I said Mikey Garcia is because he said he wanted to fight Errol Spence before the Robert Easter fight, and I told people he's fighting Robert Easter for a reason. See, great fighters fight a guy who they want to fight before they fight him. In this sense, they usually line up opponents or have an opponent comparable to the fighter that they want to fight to get a sense of how that fight will go technically in their mind and technically in the ring as far as them seeing it. When you look at Robert Easter and look at his punch pattern is exactly like Errol Spence punch. They have the same punch pattern. The jab, 1-2 jab, sometimes singular jab to the body, and they both have a hook. Now people are like, oh man, Robert Easter is not even the same class as Errol Spence. I don't care what class they're in. Robert Easter is 5'11", Errol Spence is 5'9.5". Robert Easter's got a 76-inch reach. Errol Spence got a 72-inch reach. See, when everybody say, oh, Errol Spence is taller than Mikey. Look how much taller he is than Mikey. Look at his arm reach against Mikey. He has already fought someone with Errol Spence dimensions already, and punch patterning for the most part. And Robert Easter is faster than Errol Spence. Robert Easter was actually hitting Garcia with the jab pretty well. He was hitting him pretty good with the jab, popping his head back. His hands are faster than Errol Spence. So if y'all go look at that Robert Easter fight, just look at it from a aspect of Mikey Garcia fighting Errol Spence, and you can see they got the same punch pattern. They have the same dimensions, but in all the dimensions, Robert Easter is longer and taller. So he's not going to have a problem with Errol Spence height or Errol Spence reach. That's not going to be a problem. The problem is going to come in. Can he take Errol Spence punch? Which I think he can. I think he can take Errol Spence punch. And as long as he keeps the fight in the center of the ring, he will be able to withstand Errol Spence body attack. Because that's, for the most part, that's what he has to protect against. He has to protect against Errol Spence body attack. And like I said before, Mikey Garcia has to have as much damage, limit as much damage per round. If Mikey Garcia is still fresh and we at the back end of the fight, we like in the 6th round, man, that's gonna be that fight is up in the air. That fight is up in the air. So, like I said, man, I believe Mikey Garcia is catching Errol Spence at the right time, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he's catching him at the right time. I'm thinking about putting a bet down in Vegas, Mikey Garcia by decision. Mikey Garcia by decision. That's gonna be my my bet in Vegas. I'm betting on this fight. This will be the first fight I bet on in Vegas. I'm gonna put my money down on Mikey Garcia by decision. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, man. It's gonna be a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Like I said before, I've been saying this since the build up of the fight. No excuses. No excuses if Errol Spence lose. I don't want to hear the Errol Spence supporters saying, "Oh, Mikey Garcia, he was with Snack, he was with Victor Conte, he got an edge in the fight." I don't want to hear that. If Mikey Garcia get beat, I don't want to hear none of the Garcia supporters saying, "Oh, Garcia was small." No. Remember, Garcia called out Errol Spence. Let's remember this now. Garcia called out Errol Spence. So this is on Garcia. He wanted this fight. He believed he can win the fight. He said he seen something in Errol Spence that he can capitalize on. I have seen the things in Errol Spence which I think he can capitalize on. I've been seeing these things for a little while with Errol Spence, but we'll see. Let me know what y'all think, man. Hey, thanks for coming through, y'all. Showing some love. Let me read some of these comments. Adrian says, what is Spence going to do if he lose a little guy? Losing a little guy is like losing to. Well, I mean, if he lose to Mikey Garcia, it's not going to be good for his career. I mean, he can rebound though. He can rebound because when he can rebound, you know what I'm saying? He can but he gonna take a big hit. That boogeyman label is no longer going to be a label that he can hold on to. Let me read another one of these comments. Embarrassing if we're Errol Spence and I lose, I'll be embarrassed. Errol Spence is faster. I saw the mitt work. Errol Spence is faster than who? Is he fast? Are you saying Errol Spence is faster than Mikey Garcia? Because he's not faster than Robert Easter. Robert Easter is faster than Errol Spence. Mikey is world class. That's what gives Mikey a great shot at winning this fight. Errol Spence is a damn fine boxer, though. Yes, the body attack is one of the can't see, but he got a good jab. And yeah, Errol Spence has a good jab, but if you look at Errol Spence, his punch selections are always the same. Every round mimics the round before. And when you fighting a very good technical fighter like a Mikey Garcia, and he start getting your punch pattering down, then he's gonna be able to counter you more and more as the fight go on. That's why I said Errol Spence gonna have to make some adjustments in this fight, man. Bet on a draw and Mikey. I will be honest. I see Errol beating him because Errol is no joke. But I am running with Garcia. Garcia gonna win the fight, man. I believe Garcia gonna win the fight. I believe it's gonna be a close fight. Gonna be a split decision. It's gonna be a split decision victory for whoever wins the fight. It's gonna be a nice competitive fight, man. So as boxing fans, as boxing supporters, we should be rooting for a competitive fight because I like to see competitive fights, man. I don't like to see guys getting ran through and all that stuff. I like to see a